Hey, before this video starts, I just want to say that this video is a bit different from my other ones. I'm going to be like voicing over some gameplay that I recorded. It's very heavily inspired by a YouTuber that I really enjoy watching. His name is Modest Pelican. He's a very quality YouTuber, and he just spread the good word of his channel. Very good. So yeah, it's a bit different. So yeah, it's the first time ever doing something like this, so bear with me, okay? It's weird. Yo, what is up, my funnel cakes? It's me, Sweet G's here, and today I'm going to be playing some Hitman 2. I am Agent 47, and I've been ordered to assassinate 2 targets. Target 1, Sierra Knox. Target 2, Robert Knox. I will be taking with me today a fish and a lockpick. Very useful. Very useful. I mean, seriously, like, bro, the fish can do so much damage. But that's besides the point. So, I see this guy that's handing out flyers, so I take one because, you know, he's a nice guy. I don't know what that flyer will do. And then this guard tells me that I need to get frisked. Like, bro, I have a fish in my pocket, alright? And you're about to frisk me. Okay, I don't feel comfortable with this, man. But miraculously, somehow he doesn't end up finding the fish, which is very confusing. So then I just decide to walk off, and I see this giant TV screen, so I look at it, and it's the race playing. Wow, very surprising. And I see this, get your photo taken. Bro, I am a world-class, top-class assassin, whatever you want to call it. Of course I need a mugshot, alright? I need a great mugshot. But then this guy just refuses to take my picture, and he straight up looks like Drake. He looks like Drake with a thinner beard. I decide to not think about what just happened and just walk away. As I'm walking, I suddenly remember that this agent from the future, don't ask how he did it, but he came here, and he dropped off a little surprise in the bathroom. Little did I know, it was a nice, juicy suppressed pistol. Very nice. Thank you, future assassin. And he also decided to leave me some nice clothes. Very cool assassin. Would recommend 5 stars on Yelp and Amazon. Yeah. I then decide to abuse his power and give some people some French fries.
Excuse me. Care for a snack?
Cheers.
Anytime.
And I swear to God, that mouth movement is so freaking creepy, dude. I'm not even lying. I'm going to have nightmares. After that nightmarish moment, I decide, oh hey, I see this nice lead pipe in the corner. Might as well take it and give this good security guard the nice Agent 47 greeting. A lead pipe to the back of the head. I take his disguise and hide the body. Sleep tight, fella. Using my security guard powers, I decide to move into this vendor place and just examine the people. Very cool people. And then I yeet over the counter. Just like that, out of there, like nothing ever happened. Nobody saw anything. I then take a nice little break and read this newspaper while watching the race. I don't know how I can multitask doing both, watching the race and reading the newspaper. Maybe one eye is looking at the newspaper and the other is looking at the race, but I don't know. It's a very boring race. I mean, geez, the British flag in the corner is more entertaining than this race, okay? This race is so sad, alright? It's very depressing of a race. It's a boring race. What can I say? I don't enjoy this race. But I see one of my targets, Sierra Knox, in her car, and I decide, alright, I think it's time that I make a move. I then see these blue doors that are locked, so I take my lockpick and open them, because modern problems deserve modern solutions. I go up here to this, I don't know what to call it, okay, I really don't, but it's a very nice view. I was thinking about knocking these two out, but I decided to leave them alone because I'm a nice person like that. Very, very nice person, definitely. I then see this blue screwdriver, so I take it because it's cool, and now I have 2 screwdrivers. Don't ask how I got the other one. You don't want to know. It's definitely not because I cut it out of the video, no. No. So I take my screwdrivers, and I decide, alright, I think it's time that I go to the other side of the track. Or place, I don't know, map, I don't know what you want to call it. So I see this employees only door, so I pick the lock. And I head in, and then I turn around and I see this other door, and I'm like, oh cool, I can go into here, and it's just I didn't need to pick the lock. I could have just gone around. I feel dumb now. So I jump over this wall, and I decide to rethink my life choices while I walk through this tunnel. Once I exit the tunnel, I remember that time-traveling agent that left me the suppressed pistol in the bathroom told me that there was a couple of explosive valves underneath where the trophies is after somebody won the race. They would then take the trophy, drink out of it, blah blah blah. And then confetti would shoot out. And what would happen if you overclock the valves? I don't know. He didn't tell me that. He didn't specify that. So it says that I need a wrench, and I don't have a wrench. So I gotta find a wrench. And then I'm thinking to myself, okay, if Sierra Knox wins the race, then she'll go to the podium where the trophy is, and then I could blow her up with the valve things, because that's what the future guy said. I think, if I remember correctly, I don't know. So I come out to this place here, and I see these race marshals. So I take my fish, and I gave him a right slapping, alright? A nice slapping. So I dump the body in this chest, and I move on to the other guy. After I take the disguise. I can't forget the disguise. If I don't have the disguise, this whole plan fails, I guess. So this guy knows that I'm not a real race marshal, so I throw a fish at the back of his head because he knows that I'm not a real race marshal. Now, why did I have to throw a fish? Because it's cool, and I wanted to. I dump his body into the same chest and move in to disqualify Moses Lee from the race, because the same future agent that dropped the suppressed pistol in the bathroom told me that Moses Lee would win the race. So if I disqualify her, then Sierra Knox will win the race. I forgot her name there, and I don't want to redo this recording because I've done it way too many times right now. So I really just kind of want to get this part over with. So yeah, and then yeah. So I eliminate Moses Lee from the race, so Sierra Knox won. Yay! All is good. So I teabag Moses Lee's ego just to make her feel bad. But the mission isn't anywhere near over. I still need to find a wrench so then I can mess with the valves. Now, I swear to God, it took me so freaking long to find a wrench. Even out of these 3 scattered tools, and not a single one of them is a freaking wrench. Now I have 3 screwdrivers. Bro, just give me a wrench. After looking around for 5 minutes, I decide, hey, there might be a wrench in here. But apparently I'm trespassing when I go through here, so I gotta be really sneaky to look for this wrench. So I go up to the 2nd level of this little building, and there's no wrenches. Very, very sad that there's no wrenches. So then I go over to this little corner thing over here, and to see if there's any wrenches, and I find this booster thing. I have no clue what it was, so I decide to throw it just for some lulz. And yeah, it didn't end very well. But luckily for me, the agent from the future had mercy on me and decided to turn back time so I would live. Yay, all is good. Time to find that wrench. Stupid wrench. After beating some people up with my trusty fish, I decide to put one of their bodies in a bin, and then as I'm dragging one body, I finally spot my beautiful wrench that I've been waiting for like 10 years. So I put the body into the bin, I take my wrench, and now I'm happy. I can finally die happy now. After taking my beautifully great wrench that I have just found, which is very, very nice. I decide to use my psychic powers to see through walls, and I see Sierra Knox around the corner. But then this jerk in a red suit that knows that I'm not a real race marshal shows up, so I gotta sneak behind a wall or something. I don't know. I don't know what I was doing. So I decided to hop back over the wall that I hopped back over like an hour ago or something, to mess with the valves and scope out the area some more. As I'm scoping out the area, I spot my other target, Robert Knox. Robert Knox and Sierra Knox in the same room, not very surprising seeing as they are family members, but still useful information. I then accidentally turn on the vacuum cleaner, and this guy behind me is suspicious of it, and, you know, no witnesses here, so I have to knock him out. But then some dumb medic is going to investigate the distraction, which is not good. No. No witnesses. The medic then finds the body, and I'm just over here messing with the valves, not knowing at all what I'm doing. So I decide to overclock the valves. I really don't know what I'm doing. So I put the pressure all the way up, you know. It sounds like that would probably make it go boom boom. I have no idea. After that, I use my psychic powers to see through walls and see that Sierra Knox is about to go on stage. So let's just sit back and enjoy the show. After eliminating Sierra Knox and also a couple of innocents, I decide to teabag their souls and move on to eliminate Robert Knox. I then decide to head back into the garage and take one of the people that I knocked out with the fish's outfits. That was a weird sentence to say. Once I got into the building where Robert Knox was, I decided to use my psychic powers to figure out what floor he's on. I then try to walk into the building, but I get rejected, just like I did in first grade. I then decide to try and lure a guard into this room so then I could take him out, take their disguise, and get revenge on that guy, just like how I got revenge on that girl in first grade. Don't ask how I got revenge, you don't want to know, it's a bad story. I knock him out, I take his disguise, and put his body in a trunk. I then realize that the guy that rejected me knows that I'm not a real guard. So I decide that I'm going to kick his ass. A fish to the nose. Very effective. I then see this storage room and think it's a great place to hide the body. Little did I know, Robert Knox and another bodyguard are right outside. I'm thinking to myself, I am screwed. They find the body, and this is where things just go downhill. Me, being the dumb guy that I am, decides to go over to Robert Knox and look at the body. But then this guard knows that I'm not a real guard somehow. I don't know how he does it. And then gets suspicious of it. So I decide to go hide in a cupboard. It's a great hiding spot. I leave the cupboard and think that all is well. Little did I know, the guy still knows that I'm not a guard, so I get out of there. He then decides to help the guy that I knocked out up. The guy proceeds to tell him that I was the one that knocked him out, and all goes downhill from there.
Can you tell me anything about who we're looking for?
That guy was just here.
Command, victim ID'd the perp. Get this. He had a very serious look.
I decided to take that as a compliment on my cheekbones. See, I have the strongest and best cheekbones. But now I'm in a state of panic and I have no idea what to do. So I decide to get my fish out and go on a rampage. The guy threatens me, so I get mad and I knock him out. Here's where things start to get a bit crazy. As I'm getting shot at, I decide to knock this guard out with my fish, knock Robert Knox out with my fish, snap his neck, eliminate him, go and knock this guy out with my fish, and then I decide to try and take the helicopter out. So I pick lock this fence and I'm about to leave. I get flashbanged and I decide, you know what, I could do with knocking one more person out with my fish. So that's exactly what I proceed to do.
Target spotted! Repeat, target spotted!
I knock him out with my fish, and I'm just getting lit up. So at this point, I'm in a state of panic, like real panic, and I just exit the mission. Mission complete, both targets down. No one even knew I was there. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I had a lot of fun making it. It was different, and I really enjoyed it. If you guys enjoyed it, make sure you drop a like. And always remember, guys, stay cheesy, yo, and I will see you all for the next video. If you guys want me to make more videos like this, just let me know.